people change more. Know yourself and we will win this war. Too many problems, not enough solutions. You're in the equation, but you're nothing but a nuisance. A nuisance. We're gonna change your mind. Look inside yourself and find hate, find fear. Your life is over here. You want to fade from time, reaching out from the inside your face. Well, it'll disappear with years.
Hello and welcome to Legend of Combat Fight Night. Tonight we are headlined by the Joker. The man is back as he takes on Stiffy Steve. Let's take a look at tonight's card. However, first, a new statement from the new Legend of Combat Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, last week Luke Power became the interim heavyweight champion. However, Bob Kimball had to forfeit due to family issues. And let's see what statement the champion Luke Power has come out with. First of all, I send my well wishes to the family of Bob Kimball. Second of all, who's next? Wow, what a statement. Luke Power will be back in a few weeks to defend the heavyweight title, but now let's take a look at tonight's card. I can't wait for this one. Kicking things off, Buffy Norma is back as he takes on Uddy. Uddy's the newest lightweight at this, and I can't wait to see how that fight goes. Then after that, it's the co-main event. Voodoo and Sage Walker go again. The two battle it out. They had a fight a couple of weeks ago and now they go again tonight. And then the main event of the evening, the Joker, the former bantamweight champion, well, the former two-time bantamweight champion, he takes on Stiffy Steve, who is 1-4. And let's get this card started. And here we go now, Buffy Norma. Buffy Norma 0-3 in Legend of Combat. You know, not off to the best start at all. There is Uddy. Uddy looks ready. He's wearing the blue and the white shorts. And this fight is almost underway, is officially underway now. A good left hook and a good straight right by Uddy. Let me talk about Buffy Norma. Oh! A lead uppercut knocks Buffy Norma down to the ground. A super kick knocks out Buffy Norma. 2 knockdowns in the first 20 seconds. Uddy is on fire. 3 knockdowns for a big old man. A jumping knee. Buffy Norma goes down again. I can't believe what we're seeing here. A jumping kick by Uddy. And Buffy Norma is on the back foot immediately. Started throwing some hands now, Buffy Norma. But Buffy Norma's lost to Sean Simpson, body snatch and Reese Evans. You know, not the best start to Legend of Combat career, but it's his first fight in 2023. Buffy Norma trying to get in the win column. 4 at first 10, that's one already in the first minute. Been knocked down 3 times, but can Buffy Norma bring it back with a knee to the torso? The knees are looking good, but he's been knocked out by a massive left hook by Uddy. Uddy getting his first win tonight in Legend of Combat. The lightweight division might never be the same again as Uddy dominates Buffy Norma. And wow, what a win it was. A completely one-sided beatdown there by Uddy. And Buffy Norma out again, out cold. What a left hook by Uddy, who is now 1-0. And here we go now. It's a rematch on Fight Night. It's Voodoo and the man on the right, Patrick Bateman. Yes, that's right. It's not Sage Walker. He does not go by Sage Walker anymore. He goes by Patrick Bateman, the American Psycho. However, his record remains the same. It's still 1-0, just for a bit of a name change, you know. He's had a bit of a personality in the past, but here he is, and he hits Voodoo with a leg kick. This fight happened 2 weeks ago. Voodoo was winning the most of it, but Sage Walker, when he went by Sage Walker, knocked him out. And will the same happen again tonight? Will it be repeat for Patrick Bateman, or will it be revenge for Voodoo? Voodoo, of course, a former title challenger. He challenged Cameron Dunn when he was champion for the belt in a losing effort. This one's so interesting. Patrick Bateman going for a leg hit. It's checked by Voodoo, but he lands a lead uppercut, and the lead uppercut becomes so spontaneous in Legend of Combat recently. A good overhand there by Voodoo, and he's going for that jumping lead knee. I've heard his coaches say that's going to be the move that takes out the lights of Patrick Bateman. Time will tell. 3.5 minutes, just less in that. In this round, and a good left hook there by Patrick Bateman, as well as a good body shot. A good lead uppercut, there we go, again with the lead uppercut. A lot of people's throwing that, a lot of fighters are throwing that lead uppercut, they're using full advantage of it now. And it's about a distance between the two. The two's backing off. But Voodoo was just so angry with how the last fight went. He thought he was winning comfortably, and that's why the rematch got made, because Patrick Bateman is a fighter. He wanted to clear his name. He wanted to prove that it wasn't a lucky shot. It wasn't a fluke. And that's a good left hook and a good little cut there by both men. At the same time, these two know each other so well. They've only fought once, but Patrick Bateman, as I said, he's got Voodoo's number already. And maybe they'll just be enemies for life, and that was a good flip by Patrick Bateman, who responded with a good left uppercut. Left hook, sorry. I don't know what I've been taking tonight. And Voodoo goes for a single leg. He goes for a high cross and then gets him down. Voodoo, if I could analyse that for a second, he went for a single leg, realised it wasn't working, and switched quickly to the high cross. And it's very hard to stuff a high cross, let me tell you. And now Voodoo moves to side control. Voodoo on the ground, he's really been working well on his ground game. And it's been paying off him a lot in the past. And I think Patrick Bateman's trying to get back to his feet here, and he does. And now he's in the crunch of Voodoo, a very dangerous position for any man. And Voodoo's going for the knees to toss with the 283. A good overhand there by Voodoo, crossing the score. Patrick Bateman, he goes for the high cross again, and he takes down Patrick Bateman for the second time in this fight. 50 seconds left in the first round. What can Voodoo do on the ground? And Patrick Bateman rolling him over like an Italian sausage here. I think he might go for top mount. He does. He's going for the ground and pound on Voodoo, and might be when this fight turns it on its head, and he's done Voodoo. He's going for the ground and pound. He's going for the ground and pound. And Voodoo just hanging on for the moment. But wow, Patrick Bateman with a lethal ground and pound here. And will Voodoo end the fight, end the round, on top. 5 seconds to go, and he quite literally does end the round on top as he looks Patrick Bateman in the eye and says, Patrick Bateman, I'm coming for you in the second round, or something like that. I don't know. I can't lip read. But look at that jumping knee to the bridge of the nose of Patrick Bateman. And Voodoo is notorious for that jumping knee. It's a classic Voodoo stunt. And the second round begins. And the two might not touch gloves, but you've just got to know that there's a lot of respect between you two. Two athletes at the top of their game, two top bantamweight prospects, and a good left hook by Patrick Bateman has stunned Voodoo. Is it repeat here? Is it repeat here in Let's Talk Combat Fight Night? I think it might be. And a good knee to the face of Patrick Bateman, right to the chin. And this fight is a fight. It's really flipped on its head here. No more kisses, no more handshakes. Let's have it on, says Voodoo and Patrick Bateman at the same time, I would imagine. A good jumping knee there by Voodoo, blocked by Patrick Bateman. And that's what I'm saying, Voodoo's really going for that jumping knee, trying to time it right. And a good overhand there. And he's really landed good overhands to the head of Patrick. Big Paddy the Baddy. Patrick Bateman, what a man. Rest in peace, says Walker, of course. And a good overhand there by Voodoo. Voodoo's doing two great things here. He's doing great with the knees, he's doing great with the overhands. And if he could add something else, like knees to the body or body shots, maybe a few leg kicks, he's mixing it well. That overhand's coming out of nowhere. And so is the jumping knee. He needs something else, but he needs maybe the straight right, but something that just makes it pop. And there's another jumping knee, and Patrick Bateman has been stunned. He's been wobbled. Another jumping knee knocks down Patrick Bateman. He's going for the ground and pound here. Will he get the funnies? I think he might, but no. Patrick Bateman flips him over, and I think he's going to go for another ground and pound here. Let's see what he does. He's hanging on. He's landed a few shots to the side of the face of Voodoo. And Voodoo, he hunts deer in his spare time. He skins them and eats them for dinner. But he's going to be getting skinned alive by Patrick Bateman at the moment. But Patrick Bateman just trying to change the trajectory of this fight as he goes for another round of pound. He does. He connects with the head of Voodoo. Voodoo desperate to do something here, but he's going to get on the receiving end of another ground and pound here. Patrick Bateman landing great shots, fantastic shots here from the top position, from the mounted position. Voodoo is on borrowed time here. And it seems like Patrick Bateman could be the man to beat in bantamweight. We still haven't crowned a new bantamweight champion. And Patrick Bateman going for another ground and pound. He doesn't quite get the finish, but man, he's seconds away from doing so. 45 seconds left in the second round, and a good elbow there from the bottom position of Voodoo. And Patrick Bateman clubbing him with the straights. Voodoo is in a mould of hot here. He gets back to his feet, and maybe that's why he should have been a long time ago. Good body kick there by Patrick Bateman. Good knee to toasted by Voodoo. And like I said, we haven't crowned the new bantamweight champion here. That will be crowned next week between James Crawford and Jay Murdoch at Legends of Combat in the trenches. I can't wait for that one. And a good jumping knee there by Voodoo, and a good body shot closes the second round. And talking about bantamweight stars, the Joker returns in the main event tonight as he takes on Stiffy Steve. And man, the Joker came back a lot earlier than the doctor's estimation. If we knew the Joker, if the Joker knew he was going to be out only for a couple of weeks, the title would still be his. He wouldn't have to vacate the belt. But the Joker's made a miraculous comeback, and he's going to fight in tonight's main event. And he's not getting thrown in the title picture straight away. And Voodoo, with a jumping knee, clatters the face of Patrick Bateman, who goes right on his back. And Voodoo might be close in here as he starts with a lead uppercut. Will he throw that jumping knee again? I bet he does. And he does, but it's blocked by Patrick Bateman, of course. And good elbow there by Voodoo. And Voodoo smells blood. Voodoo smells blood. He's sick of Patrick Bateman. He's sick of him holding him back. A win over Patrick Bateman might get Voodoo a title shot. Who knows? A good left hook wobbles Patrick Bateman. And Patrick Bateman not in a good place physically. I don't know about mentally. Check in on your friends, ladies and gentlemen. Men's mental health, women's mental health. And a good overhand there by Voodoo. And jumping knee again. He's really going for that jumping knee, but it's blocked again by Patrick Bateman. Patrick Bateman now gets knocked down with a overhand that came out of nowhere, and it's the overhand, the jumping knees. I've said it from the start. It's really winning Patrick Bateman in this fight, but he lands a good left hook, but he eats another jumping knee and he goes down again. Patrick Bateman chin might have been cracked here one too many times. He eats a big right hook here, but Voodoo seems wobbled. Voodoo seems wobbled himself, and Patrick Bateman taking his time here and trying to pick Voodoo apart. But is it too late? With under 3 minutes left to go, can he get another finish to Voodoo? Can Lightning strike twice? A good lead uppercut there by Voodoo, and Patrick Bateman ducks the hook, and that's what he has to do. He needs to use the same move to get out of dodge, but no, he ducks right into the jumping knee. Let's take another look at this. I can't believe it. Voodoo gets the win here tonight with a big jumping knee. What a win. I can't believe what we just saw here, but it's now the main event of the evening. There he is, the Joker, the former two-time bantamweight champion, taking on Stiffy Steve, 1-4. Stiffy Steve has had an up and then a down of a career, but he's here tonight to try and, he's trying to get himself back in the win column, and if he beats the Joker, I'll give him a title shot. I'm only calling back the voice of Legend of Combat, but I'll happily talk to the chairman of the board, to get a title shot for Stiffy Steve organised, because if he beats the Joker, he can beat them all. And a good leg kick there by both men. Both men exchanged leg kicks early. Stiffy Steve wasn't going to take this fight on late notice. He wasn't going to do it at first, but then he thought to himself, what if? And I've got nothing to lose, and a man with nothing to lose is as dangerous as any man could ever be. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight here tonight. A good body kick there by the Joker, that's what he does best, and a good 1-2-3. A classic boxing combination thrown by all the greats. I could name all the greats if you want right now. James DeGale is one of the boxing greats. Who else, you might ask? Let me tell you, Cassius Clay, also known as Muhammad Ali, and my final boxing great, let me say, it's a hard one, ladies and gentlemen. Another boxing great, let me go with FaZe Temper, and a good leg kick there by the Joker, and we're back in this fight mentally now. A good leg kick by the Joker again. This is the main event of the evening, scheduled for 5 rounds. And a good body shot there by the Joker. A good right hook there by the Joker. And the Joker's landing a lot of good shots. His phone hands. Stiffy Steve doesn't know how to react. I can't believe what we're seeing now. The Joker's letting a beatdown go ahead onto the face of Steve. Steve doesn't quite know how to. He's never fought somebody as fast as the Joker. And a good body shot, a good body kick has wobbled Stiffy Steve on the Joker now. Go for a takedown. He's going for the clinch work. And he lets Stiffy Steve run free. For now, and a good spinning head kick blocked by the Joker, and he wobbles Stiffy Steve for a big right hook. The Joker trying to make a statement as he folds Steffi Steve with a big right hook and a front kick, knocks Steve down. Can the Joker get the finish? He's going for the ground and pound. I think he might get a finish. So Steffi Steve moving out of the way, getting it out of dodge. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. And I can't believe just the beat down the Joker's laying ahead now on Steffi Steve. It could be big trouble for Steve. And Steve is in a lot of trouble here. Chris Congo, another one of the boxing greats. And now Steffi Steve's trying to go back to his feet now, but the Joker's pinned him down and he's got to mix that way once. He's going for an arm triangle now. However, I would like to point out there's 45 seconds left in the round, so he might not get it. But the arm triangle is sunk in and it's sunk in tight. Will Steffi Steve tap out for the first ever time in his Legend of Combat career? Yes, that's right. Steffi Steve has never been submitted. He's only been knocked out, and he's been knocked out plenty of times before. So the Joker's trying to make a real statement here. It was Steffi Steve. And I find the time will expire, ladies and 5 seconds left. But he's close to tapping out. Damn, he was close to giving up. But Steffi Steve hangs on. He's got that warrior mentality. And let's take a look at that knockdown. Bag right to the face. Sit down, Steffi Steve, says the Joker. And ladies and gentlemen, the second round is underway. The two touch gloves. There's a lot of respect between these two. A lot of respect. You know, Steffi Steve always wants to know what the Joker's drinking at the weekend. And let me tell you, the Joker's always drinking at the weekend. Good spinning head kick there, blocked by the Joker. The Joker, he's proved to be one of the top 4 bantamweights of all time here in the league. You know, you could decide the other 3 all you want, but the Joker is definitely on that Mount Rushmore as he wobbles Steffi Steve again before knocking him down to the canvas. The Joker's now got Steffi Steve exactly where he wants him. Another good body kick there. That's why he excels in the body kicks and the left hooks especially. And the Joker's laying the pressure on Steffi Steve now. He goes to the body, he goes to the head. He's mixing up with strikes well. Between the little kicks, between the punches, the Joker has Steffi Steve exactly where he wants him. He smells blood. And another spinning head kick attempted by Steffi Steve doesn't quite get it. But he lands a good spinning body kick there. And so Steffi Steve trying to come back in this fight. Is it too late, however? It is scheduled for 5 rounds, I'll give you that. But he took a lot of damage by the Joker early on, and that's how the Joker does it. He lays a lot of press on you, he lays a lot of damage on you, and you're dealt with that for the rest of your life. You're scarred. I remember talking to Dan Crockford recently, who's moving weight class because of this man right there on the left, and Cameron done as well, of course. But he's sick of these two. He's sick of these two. And the Joker now going to the body yet again. I think he's stunned Steffi Steve. Steffi Steve eating a big left hook, eats a body kick. And Steffi Steve moving backwards, but he's got nowhere to go as he's against the cage. He gets knocked down back against the cage. And the Joker's got him hot in a big way here tonight. Big head kick, knocking out Steffi Steve. And he's not even going to finish him on the ground. The Joker wants a walk-off knockout here. Oh, so missing the big right hook, flowing Steffi Steve in. Forget what I said, he's going to finish Steffi Steve on the ground. He's had enough. He wants to go home. He wants to get him on the flight. And the Joker, with a big statement here tonight, get that man his title shot. The Joker has defeated Steffi Steve here tonight. He pulled off the heist of the century, ladies and gentlemen. The Joker is back. And the winner of James Crawford and Jay Verduk, keep an eye out for the Joker. Look on the road ahead, focus on the road ahead, but don't forget to check the rear view mirror. The Joker with a massive win here tonight. Bang, big right hook, knocking out the lights of Steffi Steve, and then the ground and pound. Oh my days, there's not enough words I could say about this ground and pound. But Steffi Steve moves to 1-5, and the Joker's just getting started. The Joker moves to 7-1 in Legends of Combat as he climbs towards the highest amount of wins in Legends of Combat history. But tonight he gets his arm raised as he is the winner of tonight's main event. Ladies and gentlemen, before our fight, but join us next week for Legend of Combat in the Trenches as we will crown a new Legend of Combat Bantamweight champion. We will see you then. Good night.